and I've felt inspired to create a video, and I want to speak about why vegans want the world to go vegan, why we're so angry, and I just want to share with you the truth. I feel like you can handle the truth, so I'm gonna share it with you. I'm just making my breakfast smoothie right now. Got a video of that if you're interested. So the truth is that you've been lied to. You've been lied to your whole life. You have been sold and told a lie that we need to eat animals in order to survive, in order to be healthy. And the truth is that there's not one nutrient within animals and animal products that you can't receive on a vegan diet. But veganism is not a diet. It's not just about food. It's a way of life. It's a way of living that chooses to not abuse and exploit animals. Veganism is about ethics. It's about animals. That is what veganism is about. It's not just about the environment. It's not just about your diet. It's not just about your health. It is about animals. And it is about choosing a way of living that doesn't exploit them, because it's unnecessary that we do this to them. So there's a lot of people in the world who don't really care about animals. They don't really see the issue. They think, oh, the circle of life, other animals eat animals, there's suffering in nature. But it's the most unnatural thing for humans to do, is to harm an animal. Unless you are a psychopath, as a child, you would never choose to harm an animal. You get taught at a young age that animals are food. And so you disassociate with your true emotions, your true feelings, your true nature as a human. You disconnect because you are taught you need to eat animals. And this teaching, or you could put it another way, brainwashing, conditioning, is all over the place. In advertising, everywhere around you is messages to eat animals, eat animals. Adverts on TV for sausages, lamb, pork, steak, Burger King, McDonald's. Eat animals, eat animals, eat animals. You need to eat meat. You need to eat meat. You need to eat meat. Everywhere. It is being conditioned into you to believe that. And it has been conditioned into your parents. It's been conditioned into society. Everywhere you look, there are posters, advertisements telling you to eat animals. In schools, it is taught that you have to drink milk. Even today, that we need milk for calcium. It is the biggest lie on the planet. We don't need to drink cow's milk to receive calcium. What other species on Earth continues to drink milk, let alone another species' milk, after a certain age? You don't need it. You get all the calcium you need from your leafy greens and your diet, your solid food diet. You don't need to drink the milk of another species. It is complete lies, complete and utter BS that you've been sold and you've been indoctrinated into a system that systematically conditions and brainwashes people so that we buy their products. It is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And the issue that I have with this is that I consider myself to be quite an intelligent person, a free thinker, if you will. And I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to. And that's what's happened. So that's one level of why I'm vegan, because I do not condone what has happened. I do not condone that. And I put my health in my hands. I am responsible for my health, not the mainstream media and what they tell me I need to eat. Because you give your power away, you give your health away. Because the truth is that these animal products that you're consuming cause the top leading killing diseases, if not all disease. They are the top leading cause of the top leading diseases. So why are we still eating animals? We don't need to. I've been vegan for 7 years and I am great. I'm here. I'm still alive. I haven't died. There are plenty of athletes, bodybuilders, all kinds of different people who have been vegan for a substantial amount of time and who are healthy, vibrant, thriving. So, okay, there's that. Then the other part of this is the animals themselves, because it's so easy to believe that they are here for our consumption, but it is completely unnatural the way that we breed them into existence to consume them. I'm not just talking about factory farms, I'm talking about all farms, free range, grass fed, whatever the BS you are sold. It is completely unnatural to breed animals into existence to eat them. It's unnatural to do that. That's not nature. That is us tampering with nature. So maybe at one point in history, there was no plant food around, and so people had to kill an animal to eat it, right? But if you look back in history, if you watch the documentary, what's it called? Game Changers, that's just come out. The truth is that humans ate more plants than they did anything else. We don't need to eat animals. And we're causing unnecessary suffering. We are causing violence. We are causing abuse to sentient beings who feel just like we do. They have a nervous system, they have emotions, they have a level of emotional intelligence. But whether they did or didn't, whether they do or don't isn't the point. Because let's say a human is less intelligent, does that mean we should harm them? No. These beautiful animals are suffering unnecessarily. And you could give me all the reasons under the sun that you think you need to eat animals, and I will have a comeback for you. Vegans will have a comeback for you, because it's not true. The truth will always rise above the lies. The truth will always come out. There is no avoiding it at this stage. The truth is the truth is the truth. We do not need to eat animals or their secretions or any byproducts of animals. We do not need to eat them. So why are we choosing to enslave, abuse, and exploit them when we don't need to? Because if you only took the time to look at the slaughterhouse footage, to look at the conditions these animals are in, even the ones you think are being treated well are not. Even the animals on these happy farms, in these free-range, grass-fed BS situations, are not being treated well. They are being exploited, they are often being abused, and they are all sent to the slaughterhouse. They are all sent to the slaughterhouse at a very young age. They're still babies when this happens. Normally a cow can live till like 20 something. We send them to their death at 2 years old. They are being sexually abused so that they can be bred into existence. Animals cannot consent. They don't have a voice, but they show us through their movements, through their screams, through their groans of pain and suffering, that they do not want to be sexually abused. They do not want to be murdered. They show us that in their way, in the way that they can. Imagine if there was a human that was less intelligent, less emotionally intelligent, less mentally intelligent, but you can see in their eyes the truth. You can see the suffering, you can see the pleading, you can see they don't want this to happen to them. Yet we systematically abuse them day in, day out, day in, day out. I am a firm believer in what you put out, you get back. What you put out, what you, with your money, vote for, what you consume, what you put out into the world, what you choose, you get back. If you choose to buy suffering and consume suffering, you will suffer. You will become suffering. If you choose to condone violence by buying violence and consuming violence, you will perpetuate violence on this planet. If we cannot look after the most innocent beings on the planet, we will never be able to look after ourselves. If we cannot care for, nurture, love, and support animals, who are we? We will never be able to do that for ourselves, because they are the most innocent beings on this planet. Just because in nature animals kill other animals doesn't mean that we have to. We have a choice. We have the awareness and the level of consciousness to be able to choose what we contribute to in this world. We have freedom of choice. So why are we choosing this when we don't need to? So that is why I am vegan, because I don't want to abuse, torture, sexually abuse, murder animals. It's quite simple. That is why I'm vegan, because animals mean a lot to me. They are beautiful. They are sentient beings. And I know there'll come a day when they have rights like we do. I know there will come a day. There was a day when we end slavery. There was a day, even though that does still go on, by the way, especially in the shrimp and prawn industry, and I'm not even going to go into the sex slavery industries, but the point is, we got human rights in place. We ended slavery. We got women's rights in place. We started to put an end to these things. Gay rights as well. And now animal rights. And how did that happen? Through protesting, through us coming together, through those in agreement coming together and speaking out and being a voice for what they believe in, for the truth, for what is right. for what is most beneficial. It's not even about what is right. At this point in time, it's about what's most beneficial. Upon us is a mass extinction. The climate crisis is real. And the top leading cause of these things is animal agriculture. The leading cause of deforestation, ocean dead zones, environmental damage, climate change is animal agriculture. Just think about it. What kind of world are we creating for our children and our children's children? We have a choice. We have a choice to align with our highest nature, which is our natural state of being is love, compassion, empathy. Love is our natural state. That is our most natural state. Empathy and compassion are our natural states. It's not even our highest state, but we have been conditioned out of them. We have been conditioned into this low, heavy frequency and conditioned to believe that we need to do something we don't need to do in order to thrive, when we don't need to do that thing to thrive. So we need to come back home to our natural state, our highest state of being, and evolve emotionally, mentally, physically. There are thousands upon thousands of vegans in this world who are thriving, who are healthier than those who eat animals. The definition of it is about animals, and that is the core of veganism. And when people come back home to their compassionate hearts, when we connect our hearts and come back home to our compassionate, empathetic hearts, where we can feel, where we're able to feel and know the suffering of another, we will not choose to inflict that suffering upon them. And it's my belief that we are all connected. We are all one energy. And so to choose to harm another is to harm yourself. And that is why I'm vegan.